Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji Ki Fateh. This year was filled with many challenges, but with the backing of the community, we were able to continue our fight to uphold and promote the rights of Sikhs in Canada. We're grateful for all the opportunities to do seva for the community, and none of this would be possible without your support and the amazing dedication of our board, volunteers, and staff. Let's look back at just some of the work we did this year.
This year, over 106 security guards were laid off due to Toronto's no-beard policy. The reasoning was a blanket policy that required the N95 masks while on the job, a policy that was outside the typical medical context and had no precedent. It's important to note that during the height of the pandemic, these very same security guards worked tirelessly to keep the community safe. The WSO was able to ensure that all 100 security guards were reinstated, and we worked on a revised mask accommodation, including the introduction of the Singh Tata method for the first time in Canada. Every year, we are disheartened by the number of cases we see regarding articles of faith accommodations. Every week, new cases are brought to our attention. For this reason, we have created a guide to Sikh articles of faith that is available to download on our website. The guide provides understanding to non-Sikhs on why we wear our articles of faith and how they must be legally permitted in a variety of settings.
Over the last few years, we have noticed an uptick in the level of foreign interference. This year, members of the Sikh community went to Parliament Hill in Ottawa for a rally to commemorate the 1984 Sikh genocide. A false tip was sent to law enforcement, causing them to detain 2 organizers of the rally. After further investigations, the officers realized it was a hoax and the organizers were released without charge. This does not come as a shock to the Sikh community, as we have often been labeled as terrorists and extremists by the Indian government when it comes to Sikh expression. We have seen India consistently pressuring Canada to silence Sikh voices advocating for Khalistan or criticizing India's human rights record. We will continue to strongly advocate at every level for the right of Sikhs in Canada to freely express their beliefs, free from this foreign interference.
It's disheartening to see that we still have to continue the fight against Bill 21 for our basic rights as Canadian Sikhs. In November, our legal team continued the fight against Bill 21 at the Quebec Court of Appeals and are working to get this law overturned. We have been working hard on the ground to ensure that Canadians understand the detrimental effects of this law and the notwithstanding clause in the Charter.
The Sikh identity and articles of faith are an essential part of who we are. Per the latest census, the Sikh community is the fastest growing community in Canada. Unfortunately, we're still left behind in mainstream representation. The WSO undertook a project with teams from across Canada to take images of Sikhs in various settings so that they can be used in stock images. These images have been uploaded to various stock image websites and are free for anyone in the world to use. Over the coming months and years, we will add to this collection to ensure that we include Sikhs from all walks of life.
As we come out of the pandemic, we are thankful to resume in-person programming this year. Youth are the next generation. We want to provide them with the support and resources that they need to become effective leaders in our community. We delivered our 8th annual Sikh Youth Leadership Institute program in Ottawa. This is a 5-day leadership training program for the 20 of the brightest up-and-coming Sikh leaders from across the country. Their days are filled with training on emotional intelligence, media training, Sikh and leadership, along with so much more. With our Sikh mentorship program, we are able to connect over 70 youth to mentors across the country. Our mentorship program allows Sikh youth to have access to free guidance from working professionals from various different fields.
International students are one of our greatest strengths in Canadian society, as we see them contribute to and flourish across communities in Canada. At the same time, we continue to challenge systems that exploit international students or treat them unfairly. This year, we were able to support international students who were protesting against exploitative practices of their colleges. We also continue to advocate to all levels of government on tuition, PR status, work permits, housing, and health issues. WSO remains committed to advocating with students from a place of strength and celebrating their accomplishments.
Annually, we run the 1 Billion Rising campaign, and this year was no different. We put together care packages for women and delivered them in 11 different cities in Canada. We delivered over 2,600 care packages to women who have survived domestic abuse. We are determined to support women and children who have suffered violence at the hands of others.
The WSO runs the Sikh Family Helpline, a national peer-to-peer counseling service that provides culturally respectful care and system navigation supports. In 2022, we saw a significant increase in calls seeking support for mental health and gender-based violence. This is indicative of the key issues facing our community. We also received a high level of calls from international students. These students face exploitation and have difficulty navigating systems in Canada, especially academics, healthcare, and immigration. Most distressing are the students who face extreme financial hardship and those in mental health crises. The WSO will continue to serve the unmet needs of our community through the Sikh Family Helpline, and we will continue to advocate for the services and supports that will promote the health and well-being of our community.
And these are just a few of the highlights from this year. We're looking forward to working even harder and doing more in 2023. None of this work would have been possible without the financial support of our donors. We would like to thank you for continuing to support the work that the WSO is doing. If you are not signed up for monthly reoccurring donations, I ask you to please sign up now by going to www.worldsikh.org/thismonthmonthly. Your contributions will ensure that the WSO can continue to be a credible and informed voice on Sikh issues and advocate effectively at all levels of government and across all private sectors. Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji Ki Fateh.